Being in a relationship is like being in a secret club of two. The cuddling, the sharing of snacks, the late-night conversations, the inside jokes. Those are just some of the best things you share when you find your life partner. But what happens when those moments start to fade away? On today's case, Ms. Christopher says that's exactly what is happening in her 15-year relationship with Mr. Wedge. She's convinced he's entertaining women from his neighborhood and even women from their church. She says if he's not willing to open up the closet and let his skeletons out, she may have to close the door on this relationship. Let's hear their case.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Starr presiding. Your Honor, this is the case of Christopher versus Wedge.
Thank you very much. Ms. Christopher and Mr. Wedge. Ms. Christopher, after 15 years together, you say you've had enough of Mr. Wedge's lies, manipulation, and unwillingness to commit to you.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Wedge, you say you love Ms. Christopher, but admit that her nagging, overbearing nature and jealousy have you second-guessing your decision on whether or not you even want to walk down the aisle with her.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I know you all have been together for 15 years. That's a long time. You don't have children together and you're not living together, although there seems to be a long-term engagement. That's a lot of time to spend with the same person to not know where you stand. Why don't you talk to me about why we're here today, Ms. Christopher?
The main thing is, me and Kevin, 5 years ago, we got engaged, but he don't want to get married. Now, we met at a little cafe. We were sitting at the bar, I was eating, I was reading a book about celibacy, and he asked me about it. I was celibate for 12 years. And at this point, I was like starting to date again. I thought being celibate, God would give me a perfect husband. But God said, you ain't seen none of that in the Bible. So I said, I better change the way I'm doing and do it another way. But Mr. Wedge, he just is not hearing it.
You met at a cafe, she was reading a book about celibacy, but what in the world made you decide to turn that into a relationship, sir?
It was just a book. Just because it says celibacy don't mean that's what she's practicing.
So you meet this woman, and I'm assuming it starts off as a friendship. How did it grow into a relationship, sir?
Over a period of time, when we first met, we got along real well. We did a lot of things together. We went out to eat sushi and stuff like that. And over a period of time, we generally started caring for one another.
Okay. And so at some point, you all became intimate. And Miss Christopher, did you think it was a monogamous, committed relationship?
Yes, I did.
And how long ago would you say that occurred?
I'll say after 4 years in.
Okay, so literally at least 10 years you've been in what you've considered to be a monogamous, committed relationship.
Yes.
Okay, at least in your mind.
That's a good way to put it, Your Honor. Yes.
Yeah, I ask folk a lot of times, when they say to me they don't have somebody on the side, I said, well, if I ask somebody the side piece, would she say that? You know what I'm saying? So It's about what's in your mind. Mr. Wedge, have you been in what you consider to be a committed, intimate relationship for the last 10 years?
No.
Okay, fair enough. So what we now know is we both define committed and intimate relationships in a different way. And so we need to get to the bottom of whether or not this relationship has a place to go. Mr. Wedge, why won't you marry Miss Christopher?
I don't have any interest in marrying her. We get along, but there's other issues as far as cleanliness. She's not a very clean person.
You don't mean hygiene, you just mean neat. Or maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
Neat. We'll just keep it at neat.
Okay.
Plus, she's like very overbearing. She always likes to tell me what to do, when to do. I don't need another mother. She comes to my house and tries to tell me when I need to take my trash out. I take the trash out when I want to take it. I don't need somebody to come in my house and tell me what to do.
So it's very clear that you all have different styles of being in a relationship. Miss Christopher, did you say from the beginning of the relationship you wanted to be married?
Yes.
Did Mr. Wedge agree that he was also looking for a long-term relationship and he wanted to be married?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so you knew walking in the door that Mr. Wedge was not trying to be a husband.
Yes, Your Honor.
It's tough. It's tough.
Your Honor, it was like the signals that I was getting. Kevin always knew that I wanted to have a child and I wanted to get married. He had shared with me information about his previous marriage, and then I began to realize there was some blockage right there. I don't know what happened, but it didn't open the door for us to walk in.
Okay, Yanla, you can't fix everybody, okay? Now, if you talking about there's some blockage, but unless he sees it as blockage and wants it changed, he's not going down that path.
No.
That's just the real truth.
It is. You're right.
And you know, you were in a relationship, I'm looking at your ages. You are 53, Mr. Wedge is 58. He's a whole human being.
Whole human being.
Wait a minute. Did you say 58? See, Mr. Wedge has never shared with me his birthday.
Oh, wait. Am I disclosing information that I'm not supposed to disclose? It's in the court file.
Oh, you telling the truth. That's what, yeah.
My point is, at 58 years old, Mr. Wedge is a whole human being.
Yes, you're
so
right.
you can't fix a whole human being, even if they wanted to be fixed. You know that, right?
I do.
I don't need no fixing up.
No,
I'm fine.
look,
I don't
I'm
need no
not
fixing.
a mechanic. I'm
What
not
fixing
trying to
I
fix
need?
you.
What
I've
fixing I
never
need?
been like that, Kevin. And for you to feel that way, that's where the issue lies.
Fixing?
You always know within the last 10 years, I've been wanting to stand back because I know you just stand right there. You do what you want to do. You say what you want to say. There is nothing inside of me that I feel like I can fix you. Never.
So why are you still hanging on?
I care about you, Kevin.
Okay, you can care, but you ain't got to hang on.
But it's something about you. Do you not know our chemistry is something that's awesome?
That's fine. Chemistry is great,
It is.
but once again, you need to pay attention to the signs.
Okay, how can I pay attention and you work all the time?
Because you run your mouth too much.
Oh,
One reason.
Hey, you what? I came to you and I spoke and I said, Kevin, I would like to have a child.
Yeah, and what did I say? I said you can go down and adopt a child.
Wait a minute. What you say you said?
Did Mr. Wedge ever have an intimate encounter with you where he did not use protection?
No.
That is the answer to the question.
Your Honor, I've never met his family.
In 15 years?
You can say, I meet him pictures. He sends me pictures and stuff like that. And at one time, he was telling me his son was coming to
Wait. Did you just say in 15 years you've never met his family?
Never.
You know what?
I'm listening.
That's on you that you've never met his family. Because
Booyah.
if a man was dating me for 15 years and I didn't know who his people were,
Listen.
Robert, I know who Robert's whole family is.
Yep.
His whole family, his entire people, okay? I know who they are, and Robert's not my husband. I'm talking, this is supposed to be your best friend, the man you're going to marry, but you have not met his people?
No.
Tag you're it, Mr. Wedge. Why hasn't she met your people?
Like my mother always told me, don't bring anybody home that you don't want me to meet.
Damn.
No, Miss Christopher, for real. This is not the first time you've heard this because he's been saying it by the fact you have not met his people. He didn't have to sit here and tell you this. He's been telling you this. Mr. Wedge has been saying. And you are a beautiful, smart woman. You're a beautiful, smart woman.
Who's?
You said you had goals for yourself.
Yes.
You wanted a family,
Yes.
okay? You don't have any children.
None.
Here come the waterfall.
Excuse me?
And Mr. Wedge, you can be more sensitive because this is a very tough time for anybody to realize that they may have wasted 15 years. It's hard, and it may be frustrating for you, but we can be more sensitive. We don't have to be mean to tell the truth. Is that okay? We don't have to be mean.
I just never consider myself being unsensitive. I'm very sensitive.
Okay.
How so, Kevin? You think about it. I came to you and I said, Kevin, I would like to have a child. And we continued to be intimate and you kept using protection. And I was like,
Okay.
What?
No, Miss Christopher, see, these are the kinds of things. Now, I can't yell at Mr. Wedge for not being sensitive if you're not going to be attentive. Because there's no way that this man could have conveyed to you any clearer that he did not want to have a child with you than to use some sort of pregnancy prevention every time you were intimate.
but it's like a conversation, Your Honor. We had a conversation about it, and he said, yes. All right, Chantell.
I said, well,
yes, you did. I said, Kevin.
Yes, what
you
was
said yes in reference to children, because I knew I was getting up in age, and I knew if I wanted to have a child.
Yeah, and what did I say? I said, you can go down and adopt a child.
Wait a minute. What you say you said?
But wait, okay, let's just go back in time. From the moment y'all had that conversation to this moment, have you all continued to be intimate at least some of the time?
Yes.
From that time?
Yes.
And at any moment during that time, did Mr. Wedge ever have an intimate encounter with you where he did not use protection?
No.
That is the answer to the question.
Ding, ding, ding.
When's the last time you were intimate according to you?
It's been a good 2 years.
That's funny, Judge.
I'm in the middle of cray-cray right now. I know that there is a witness, the plaintiff's niece, Ariel Best.
I don't understand why she can't cut ties because she deserves so much better than what he's giving her.
If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms and follow us on social media for exclusive content. Okay, help me to understand how you see this relationship, because I see that the two of you have completely different definitions of what a relationship is.
Right now, my definition pretty much is that we're good as friends.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. I don't think there's going to ever be anything else because we have different views on things. But I still concerned about her, and I still care about her. But as far as being under the same roof, it's not going to happen. So the best we can do is just be friends.
So what have you heard, Miss Christopher? Because I want to try to find out why you all have been speaking different languages for the last 15 years. So let's just go to 10 years. Let's just do last decade.
Okay.
Have you all moved in together?
Oh, no.
Nope.
Okay, I'm just gonna ask some questions. Clearly you all have not had any children.
No.
Are y'all still intimate?
No.
Wait a minute.
Excuse me?
No.
So you are,
No.
when's the last time you've had intimate contact?
Last month. At least I thought it was him. I don't know, might have been his imposter.
Whoa.
Because before you just stand here and you
She
say,
just said she thought it was me?
No. Mr. Wedge, were you intimate with her in the last month?
Hey.
No.
It didn't happen?
No, Your Honor, no.
When's the last time you were intimate according to you?
It's been a good 2 years.
That's funny, Judge.
So you say it's been in the last month.
Oh, yeah.
He says it's been 2 years. I have no idea how to discern this. I know that there is a witness, the plaintiff's niece, Ariel Best, is here.
Niece.
My niece?
Your niece.
She is joining us by video, which is wonderful. I just
Your
want...
niece. I never met her before.
Okay.
They met at my 50th birthday party. I guess you weren't there, were you? Because I know you wanted to be somewhere else.
Oh, I was there. I was the DJ.
Oh, you were the DJ after you decided you weren't going to go do another job. And I simply said, okay, cool, just don't come. We good. And then you decided you're going to show up. And you're going to, boy, bye.
I'm in the middle of cray-cray right now.
Of cray-cray?
Miss Best, welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Miss Best, I'm a little confused here. Your aunt seems to say that she is in a relationship with Mr. Wedge. Mr. Wedge is either gaslighting your aunt or completely says that this is not the kind of relationship he's been describing. Can you describe the relationship? Because Mr. Wedge says he's never even met you.
Let me just say, I did meet Mr. Wedge at my aunt's 50th birthday party. He was like an hour late, but I can tell that he meant something to her by the way she looked at him. But Your Honor, I'm really just kind of tired of her being in this relationship, honestly, because it seems like she puts forth all the effort and to a man that does not want to put that effort back into it. So it kind of breaks my heart to see that.
Well, wait a minute, Miss Best, I want to be very clear about this. You met Mr. Wedge at your aunt's 50th birthday, but did you meet him in the context of, I'm in a relationship with your aunt?
I spoke to him casually at the party, but as far as my recollection of their relationship, it has been on her terms. Phone calls that she's gotten from him, it's never positive. They're always arguing. And I've never seen a happy side to this relationship. And I don't understand why she can't cut ties, because she deserves so much better than what he's giving her.
Thank you, Ms. Best. I appreciate it. I think that you've summarized what happens in a lot of relationships. I appreciate your time. Your niece just gave you some advice, Ms. Christopher. I'm woe to be critical of Mr. Wedge because I don't like his style. I'm gonna be honest with you, that's just not me. I don't like your style, I don't like being mean, but something tells me that being gentle has not worked. So, woman to woman, girl to girl. Ms. Christopher?
Yes, ma'am.
You've wasted 15 years. I'm sorry. This is a real tough conversation to have with anybody, and it hurts my feelings because I don't like to hear any man or woman having given themselves to someone in a way that they built up expectations.
Yes.
But I just need to say to you clearly, disappointment lies not in what you get, but what you expected to get. You expected to get a whole lot different.
Yes.
But I don't think that Mr. Wedge ever really conveyed to you that he was going to be that guy. He sees you as a friend. I'm going to work with him on how to be a better friend and how to be a little more sensitive and nice. But he's just not that into you. Wow. That's not how he feels about you. Mr. Wedge, I just said it. I would appreciate it if you would say the same thing so that we're all very clear. Are you interested in any kind of long-term, monogamous, intimate relationship with Miss Christopher?
No, Your Honor. I'm not.
Miss Christopher?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you hear what he said?
Loud and clear.
It's time for you to pack up whatever you have that belongs to him. Y'all haven't been living together, so it should probably fit in one box. Leave it out on the front porch. Put his pictures and his plants in that box. And you fix your makeup, put on your big girl shoes, and go find a man that wants to be with you. Robert, the dynamic was very weird in that case.
15 years of her thinking that that was her man.
And he clearly never thought of her as his woman.
Right, right.
And I'm just wondering, was he gaslighting her or was she gaslighting herself? And it still just left us all sad.
Yeah, that's basically what happened.
Well, I'm glad she knows. Now she doesn't have to think about it, she knows.
Right.